Yo, what's up guys? Baby Nate here, or Nate. Yeah, back in another video. So in today's video, we're actually going to go over Asaf. If you guys know who Asaf is, he actually just went 9-0 in CRL. If you guys didn't know, CRL Qualifiers were today actually, and I did play it on stream. And besides these games, I actually went 6-3 in CRL. For me personally, I don't train at all for CRL, so I guess the fact in a way that when I played it all on stream and I went 6-3, I think I finished top 89, so I think it's pretty good for me. But in today's video, we're actually going over Asaf. Asaf was the only player today who actually went 9-0, so completely undefeated. So basically in today's video, I'm just going to be going over his replays and just, I kind of learned drill and minor from Asaf, so, I feel like I can kind of go over his replay since he doesn't really speak English, but, go over his first replay against EGW. So, I don't really know his decks, but let's see what he does go for first. I feel like not a lot of people really kind of analyze how CRL players think, but since I'm so close to Asaf and kind of know his playstyle, I'm gonna see what he does here. So he is using Queen here. Yeah, he is using Queen against, looks like EGW is using P.E.K.K.A. If you guys know EGW is he never uses cycle, so you can always assume that Asaf probably went pigs because it's probably like a safest bet, right? Because EGW isn't really known to run I would say kind of lava on that side, but I feel like Queen. Oh yeah, I think he sniped EGW because he is Inferno too. Usually this deck is run with Cannon, so Inferno is definitely a snipe pick. He does go pick same lane. I kind of would have went opposite lane, but I mean EW looks like he's gonna eat all this damage. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. I don't think EGW knows that Asaf has Inferno, so he does pop his ability. Yeah, that should be his tower. Oh yeah, I don't think EGW knows that he has Inferno. I think maybe he does now. Asaf does go for the skeletons, but you can just probably eat that Bower and just go for a log delivery here. Again, this P.E.K.K.A. deck usually does not run yeah, it doesn't run a reset, so this should already be GG. I mean, I guess EGW thought that Asaf had Cannon, but I think with Cannon he might have taken a lot more damage, but I think he would have survived. I'm not sure if eating the entire push was like the most viable option, but just go for a log here. I mean, at this point, I would say the game is definitely not over, but EGW can definitely still win just because, the Mother Witch, I'm pretty sure Earthquake log does not kill Mother Witch, but a log delivery does. He does just go Queen the back here. I mean, Queen will basically just clean everything up, so I'm not really too worried here. I mean, I'll say this game is basically over. But, the thing with, CRL players, right, is that Asaf knows that EGW is a beatdown player, so therefore that is the reason why he does use Inferno. I would say most people would probably just use either, Cannon or even Tesla, but Inferno is strictly there just for a beatdown snipe. And with EGW again, he doesn't really run any cycle. It's always all beatdown. So Inferno's a really good pick here. I think he does go for the Ice Spirit. Oh, he does have Evil Skeletons, but EGW does hit a really good prediction here. But log delivery should just clean everything up here. Oh, he actually does opt to go for deliver on the right side, left side. I don't really agree with that, but I guess he want to kill the Mother Witch more quickly. But it really doesn't matter because you guys can see it, right? Inferno is the biggest help in this matchup. I think if EGW had Pig, or no, if Asaf had a Cannon, I think it would be a lot harder for him to defend this. But again, with EGW having no reset, right? It basically just kind of negates almost everything on EGW's field. And also doesn't help that EGW literally just did the typical beatdown classic and just ignored everything. Which I wouldn't have ignored that, but again, he didn't know that Asaf had Inferno at the time, so I guess he kind of took a coin flip, right? But with most decks like this, right, you're kind of building sets to snipe each other, but it's also kind of rock paper scissors. I'm not saying that Asaf got lucky when he went 9-0, but unfortunately the game is matchup based, so you can't really control that. EGW did use arrows as his last card. He didn't play it, but looks like Asaf will go for the Evil Snowball. It looks like yeah, it looks like drill to me. Oh, it is drill. Yeah, you guys don't know, Asaf did also finish #1, so it's kind of funny, right? He really finished top 1 on ladder, and then he finished top 1 in the CRL qualifier, so kind of shows how dominant of a player he really is. So you guys can see again, EGW kind of going for the no skill. Again, EGW will not run cycle, so Asaf isn't really too worried about making his deck too heavy, right? He's putting all these cards together because he knows EGW will not run cycle. Because I guess let's give an example, right? If EGW is running cycle, right, I think he might counter example a hog rider, or not hog, but minor cycle, right? He should beat Asaf in this matchup just because, EGW would probably run skeletons or goblins, but the fact that Asaf put in guards, Demolisher, Tesla, and a bar barrel just shows like, or I don't know if he like self-analyzed, but his analyst should already know that EGW is obviously gonna go for a cycle, or he's gonna choose all beatdown. He's never gonna really run cycle, and if he does, he won't be as efficient as if he was running like beatdown as an example, right? So Asaf does go for the defensive drill. Honestly, about this matchup, I would say it's definitely per drill here. But you know, the thing that with giant decks, right, giant prince decks, is that you can be uber aggressive in single elixir and kind of get away with it. And also Spirit Empress. If you guys don't know, Spirit Empress got a huge buff, right? So it obviously is very good. I think EGW does go for Zap. I didn't really see, but so far pretty good for Asaf. I think he did take one Goblin Machine hit, so unfortunate. But the thing with drill is, right, is that Giant needs to do like so much in single elixir to try to win. And if Giant is not able, to win in single elixir, then you know I'll say usually the cycle deck does win. But again, Asaf's deck is so like it's so catered towards countering decks like EGW. I think he'll be okay here. I think he might get a little bit kind of it might be kind of get weird if he has Evil Eye Drag, I mean, and then Evo Zap. But so far, let's see what Asaf does. Let's go for the Mighty Miner here. And then I think let's go for the Snowball here as well. Really good Snowball, kind of knocking back the Eye Drag, and then EGW doesn't really... Oh, he does use his Evil Zap here. Really nice ability by Asaf too, and then just goes for the guards and then Demolisher. I think we'll go for the Bar Barrel here. Kind of bad Bar Barrel, but okay, maybe we needed Bar Barrel actually. But you guys can see, right? EW is kind of being too predictable, I would say. Again, it's kind of like saying, right, when I played in the CRL, I only played Cycle, right? EGW is kind of the same way, where like, he can learn Cycle, but for some reason he doesn't like grinding it. It's just all beatdown, as you guys can see, so... You know, I'll say it's kind of easy to snipe EGW, but with these type of decks, right, they can destroy you in single elixir. But I think in double, Asaf should definitely have, like, you know, clearly, like, the huge advantage. Because, again, 3-card cycle, Evo Snowball is completely broken. Drill is one of the best decks right now in the meta, so there's not really much that you can do here, I would say. Again, EGW does have the Spirit Empress, he does have the Goblin Machine, but again, Asaf, like, he just has too many responses, right? The death damage from the Demolisher, the guards to bait out the Zap and Curse. He has an Evo Tesla, and then he has a Drill on defense, and then the Evo Snowball, so... Again, not really much EGW can do here. He does go drill the back. You know, if there's one thing with Asaf, he's very aggressive, as you guys just saw, right, with the Evo Snowball. I would say never be as aggressive in matchups like this. But I guess he knows that he knows that he can defend this, right? Even though EGW probably have like a huge push coming down, like look at this. He has a Prince of Spirit Empress, but again, just goes for the guards here, the Demolisher. Even if EGW zaps, right, the Demolisher will get into it like a mini giant skeleton. And look at that. Snowball, Demolisher, that damage. Just poison. It's just way too much for EGW to even come back at this point, if you really think about it. And you can see, as you can see, that EGW is holding on to his Evil E-Drag. Or I-Drag, I mean. Triple Elixir is here. Made his way for, like, you know, if he, like, okay, so look at his hand, right? So, this is his last attempt as a push. But, you know, Asaf is, like, a top tier, like, micro, top tier drill player, so... Obviously, he won't be afraid of this. Like, what I'm going to predict that he's going to do is that he's going to pop his ability, maybe go guards to block the Prince, and then you go Evil Tusk in the middle, of course, and then go, like, Snowball, Poison, or one lane. Because whichever lane his Spirit Empress will go into, he will poison that, so let's see. Drone defense, okay. Then he goes guards to block it, actually. Does pop his ability here? I think he does pop his ability, goes for the Evil Snowball. And yeah, EGW just burned his Zap, right? So he can't really kill the Mighty Miner. And then with the 3-card cycle, he can just use Evo Tesla, goes to the Bar Barrel. I think he may go drone defense here. Ooh, wait, drone defense? Oh man, that Prince did so much damage. Oh, and that I-Drag. But don't worry guys, Evo Snowball, and then Poison. Evo Snowball, and then I think he will go for the Bar Barrel. So this is a really tricky push, but again, I'm not saying Evo Snowball is definitely an S tier Evo. Maybe he's the best Evo, I'm not really too sure, but again, like, Asaf could have used more decks like Goblins even, or like Skeletons, but he knows that EGW is a beatdown player, right? So like, he knows that he can afford to use guards to counter all his beatdown spam, because EGW will not play Cycle, so... That's a great win by Asaf here. Again, EGW is a really good beatdown player, but if only Little Bro could just learn Cycle, man. He would be like a top tier player in my opinion, because his macro, EGW's macro is already like top tier, so... You know, let's go to the next game here against, you can watch Eigor. I mean, if you guys don't know who Eigor is, bro's a goat of Mortar. It's actually insane. So it looks like Asaf has Lava, P.E.K.K.A, and something else. Okay, I don't know why it's in the point of Eigor, but I guess we can just watch Igor's point of view. So Asaf is on top on the red right here, and then Igor's on blue. So it looks like Eigor is using bridge spam. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Evil Furnace is completely broken. Like, I would say the CRL is just kind of a mix-up of just literally Spirit Empress and Furnace. I would say like people who qualify definitely use those cards, but why'd you not, man? Those cards are like super broken right now. So Eigor does go with the Furnace here, and then he also does go with the Battle Ram in the opposite lane. It's not too bad. I think at this point, Eigor has kind of realized that Asaf does have some version of a Lava, or no, definitely a Lava now since he played the Miner. So Eigor is basically using the deck that that EGW was using, but he has a Bandit and a Furnace and Rage. Like, he did change a couple things up. I'll say this is definitely I don't know who. I mean, I know Asaf won a set, but I don't know if he won the first one. So Eigor does go for the Boss Bandit. Really well played in his end, because you know it just does force out the Spirit Empress. He actually will pop his ability, but I think a bad ability in my opinion. Maybe not too bad, because it does force out the Tombstone. Eigor does go for the Battle Ram in the opposite lane. I think that will bypass the Tombstone, unfortunately. So Asaf will have to go for a defensive Miner. Honestly, with this matchup, I would say it's hard to say, right? Because Eigor has the Evil Furnace. If you had no Evil Furnace, I'll say this is a fat matchup for Asaf. But you know, with the Evil Furnace, even though Asaf has the Evil Zap and the Goblin Curse, he can just block it right with the Boss Bandit. And if Eigor can kind of create enough pressure for Asaf, he theoretically should never be able to Lava here. But again, I have no idea who will win this matchup. To me, I think P.E.K.K.A's a slight matchup, but I could be wrong, because again, Spirit Empress got buffed in so many words to where like, it shouldn't have gotten buffed that way, but it just did, right? But Asaf is signing up for defense here. You can see the Spirit Empress just does nothing, man, or it does so much damage. I think Asaf will go for the Evil Zap here. Well, he'll actually opt to not go for it. But I think Asaf realizes that Eigor has both his Evils in his hand, so kind of playing passively. He does not want to use the Evil Valk here. He wants to save it for like an Evil Battle Ram or even Boss Bandit, but you know, both players are playing pretty good right now. Go for the Spirit Empress. It's actually unbelievable how good Spirit Empress is. Eigor does go for the P.E.K.K.A on the right side, so ooh, I don't really agree with this. He does go for the Lava the Bridge, very interesting. Eigor does, yeah, look at this Evil Furnace. I think Asaf might be cooked here, because he can block it, right? But yeah, look at that Evil Furnace, man. Yeah, that's just over. Yeah, P.E.K.K.A is a fat matchup here. If Eigor didn't have like the Rage and the arrows, I would definitely say it would be better for Asaf, but wait, did we take his tower? Oh my. Okay, I didn't see that. Wait, let's go back. I can't even go back. Okay, you guys will probably see it, but I didn't see it. Yep. And there's only two words to why Asaf would have won this matchup. Spirit Empress. It's just too broken, man. Because theoretically, Asaf should not be winning this. Like, let's say as an example, he had Evil Eye Drag. I think he would still lose this matchup, just because of the Evil Furnace. The Spirit Empress is just so broken, man. It's ridiculously broken. Eigor does have a really decent counter push. Really nice Tombstone by Asaf. He has to go for a defensive Miner here as well. Yeah, it's just crazy, dude. Like, this game should be over. Like, theoretically, this game should be over, but just because of the Spirit Empress. And keep in mind, the Spirit Empress isn't even a champion, by the way. So you can place multiple of it. I think it's just way too strong, in my opinion. Although, yeah, look at Spirit Empress. It literally locked on to the Evil Furnace instead of the P.E.K.K.A, dude. Eigor does go for the arrows, but at this point, Asaf has like solid defense against his troops. Because like he can go Tombstone in the middle, right? But even if Eigor goes for like, you know, a Mother Witch, he can literally just go like Valk on top of it. So he is forced to use Valk on defense here. But you can see like Asaf is only winning just because Spirit Empress. Eigor should have a fat match here, like I said, but Spirit Empress is just so broken. He does ignore the ghost though, but oh wow, dude. Wait, he has to go for a Zap here. Yeah, but it's literally too late, dude. Look at the other side. And that's the first game to Asaf. It's just crazy, dude. Because I wasn't playing too much of this season, so like I didn't know how broken Spirit Empress was with Evil Furnace, but It's just crazy, dude. Looks like Asaf will go for the mortar here. I think he goes for the mortar, obviously, because Igor just burned Mother Witch, Rage, Boss Bane, Arrows, so I think it's kind of obvious to go like this. Looks like this is a classic mortar versus mortar matchup. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Asaf is also very good with Mother Witch here as well. You guys are probably wondering, like, how can you be good with Mother Witch, but you guys will see, man. So Igor does have the minor version with Curse, and Asaf just has the Skelly Barrel version. It's hard to say, right? Because Igor is so good with his deck, so it's kind of hard to doubt him to say like, oh, like this is Asaf's matchup. But I mean, Asaf does have a top 1 with Evo Mortar, I think yeah, Asaf does have a top 1 with Mortar Minor too. So, but Igor is undeniably the best Minor Mortar player of all time. So it's kind of hard to say, right? I would say like Igor has more raw talent compared to Asaf, who has like worked hard to get where he's at. But Igor definitely has like, I think it's him, Samuel Basoto, and Mugi, probably like the most talent in the game this game has ever seen, to be honest. And you have Mo's like he just grinds too much, bro. Like that's why bro's the undisputed best of all time. But it looks like Asaf is leaking here, so kind of weird to see what he'll do. He does go mortar on defense here. He actually does go tile higher to avoid the mortar. Okay, he's going for Goblin Gang here. Oh wow. Oh yeah, I think that's the first time Igor has played. No, Igor played his Zap before, so maybe Asaf wasn't expecting that. He does go Skelly King or Skelly Bear in the opposite lane. Ooh, it's kind of bad, right? Oh wait, wait, what? That's so much damage though. I think Asaf will probably eat that because Igor already has damage on the left side, so probably just eat that and go Spear Goblins. Wow, I thought Igor would have went Skelly King probably, but maybe he thought Asaf would have played something else. Oh, he does save it for a counter push here. Oh wow, Asaf kind of got bailed out, not gonna lie. Because if Double Elixir wasn't there, I think he might have lost his tower, maybe. So Igor does go for the defensive mortar. Asaf goes for another mortar of his own. That's a good mortar placement because... Wow. Okay, wow. Okay, like, I know I should be commentating, but I did not think he was gonna do that. I think he's gonna get a shot from that, I think. Okay, maybe. Let's see, this is why I play Minor Rocket, not Minor Mortar, so... Asaf does a ooh, okay. He does force Igor to go defensive mortar, but... defensive evil mortar. I think Igor anticipated Asaf to go in here, so... Oh, he does, but can he defend this? He does go for the Evo. Wait, Curse on defense. Oh, he definitely needs it. Popped ability. Oh, the Evo mortar is still healthy, by the way. Oh yeah, Asaf only has a... Oh my god, look at that Mother Witch on the pit, on the bats. Oh man. Oh, look at that cannon card, still 1 HP. That's on his tower. Yeah, I think that's game, because that's still alive. Oh, it's not game, actually. Oh, yeah. It's just wraps, dude. Yeah, Igor doesn't really have a good tank, I would say. Asaf has the arrows, he has the Mother Witch, so... Again, definitely... Look, man. A win is a win, right? Like, again... When it comes to CRL, you guys have to understand, right? When like analysts analyze, they like EGW got sniped 100% because no one runs pigs with Inferno, but for matchups like Igor, right? It's just unfortunate because if Spirit Empress wasn't in CRL or Evil Furnace wasn't in CRL and there wasn't like apparent drop glitch or like a drop glitch, I feel like I don't know. I feel like this CR might have went a lot different, but you can't really blame them, right? And then with that bottom matchup, you know, Igor has a Curse Zap, right? But if he Curse Zaps a Skeleton Barrel, then Asaf has to freeze Goblin Gang. And if he Curse Zaps a Goblin Gang, then the Skeleton Barrel doesn't get so much value, right? And then Asaf does have some really nice Mother Witches on his bats, and then there goes the match. But again, two very talented players. I mean, again, Igor is the GOAT of Minor Mortar, undisputedly, I would say. And then Asaf is like the best drill player of all time. And one of the best minor players in my opinion. I have definitely no bias, but let's watch this next game against Clown. Clown is a very good NA player, in my opinion, a top 5 NA player right now in the game. Let's see, Asaf does go for the Skeleton Barrel, so it looks like he's gonna like switch into it's actually Clown who chooses Skeleton Barrel. Looks like Asaf chooses. Okay, I don't know why they have Asaf at red when he shared his replays, which is kind of confusing. But we're cheering for Asaf, by the way. Asaf on the top, on the red. So Clown does go for the mortar here. He actually does go for the Golem Gang as well. Go for the Barb Barrel. Clown needs to be kind of careful, right? Because that boss man can do a lot of damage. I think it will actually. Yeah, boss man is so unbalanced, dude. If I was Clown, I would go in. He actually opts to not go in. If you guys don't know, Minion's got a huge buff, by the way, so you know it's not like too surprising that Clown decides to use minions here. Asaf does overcommit here. Does Clown realize? Clown is up 8 elixir, by the way. I don't think he realized. He does go for the cannon cart. I mean, Asaf is holding on to his rare matter, so it's pretty interesting. I don't think he realizes like how low of elixir he actually really is. I mean, if I was Clown, I'll definitely take advantage of this. I mean, you're a big... Okay, wow. I mean, as a mortar player, since he doesn't have like a log or anything, I don't think he could really punish that, but you know, you gotta do something, man. Like, you're up that much elixir. Okay, I think he knew that he was up that much, so that's why he does go dark off the bridge here. Nice Barb Barrel block on Clown's end, just to keep the mortar alive, because again, Asaf did play his Ram Rider, so I should just go Ram Rider the back here. I think Asaf will eat that. I just go for Barb Barrel here as well. When I remember to connect. Okay, wow. Wait, you see what Clown's holding on to his Evil Mortar, but he can't play because he is Lightning. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like at one point Clown should have went in because he was up so much elixir. Where Asaf literally could have like not ignored it and then went from there. But goes to the Ram Rider. He's gonna force out the Evil Mortar on Clown's end. I think that's not too good for Clown, but let's see what he does here. That Boss Bandit. Bro, Boss Man is not fair, by the way. Asaf is holding on to both his Evos. Clown still has his Evo Skeleton Barrel, so he could go in here. If I was him, I'll maybe go opposite lane, but I think at this point it's kind of too late. Really nice lightning by Asaf. No way. Oh my, oh. Wait, what's that saying? Hurts to be you, or... Wait, what is that saying? Like second strike hurts the most, or fourth strike hurts the most. Ooh, again? Oh no, Clown! Clown's getting sold. Wait, what is that saying? Like second strike hurts the most, something? Okay, all I know is that the saying is like something along the lines of it hurt a lot, didn't it? Oh, I suck at sayings, dude. He does go for the Evo Executioner. Yeah, man, this is just raps, dude. I mean, I think Clown could have definitely punished him harder, but maybe he didn't know like what he had in his hand. I mean, I guess never give up, right? Because you're in CRL, like you want to qualify for it, so he's obviously not going to give up. I don't know how much Lightning does, but I think Lightning Snowball does enough. Oh, he needs to be kind of careful here. Yeah, this is the thing that Instinct can definitely win from. Do we go for Lightning here? Yeah, smart play. Because, you know, obviously you got to get rid of the Evil Mortar and also the Cannon card. It's too much value, right? But there's only game 1. So we'll see what Clown comes out with. I mean, Asaf isn't even like a drill. He isn't even a burst and one trick. So yeah, it's just really hard for Clown to just stop these pushes, right? You know, with a Ram Rider, and again, Clown doesn't have like the right responses to be able to counter, you know, a Boss Bandit, a Ghost, and he has the Evo XC2 as well. And Clown can like fireball it, but if he fireballs one thing, and like he doesn't have more in his hand, then the game is already over. Yeah, he just needs one more snowball, and I think this game is wraps. But yeah, I would have loved to see Clown try to punish him in single elixir. But then, you know, I'm not Clown, right? Like, I don't really know what he was thinking when, you know, when he was up so much elixir at that point. Clown might try to like bridge block here, but the end of the game is over. Yes, GG's. I realized when it gets Asaf. I don't even know that Asaf could even play bridge stone, to be honest. But so Clown has Lumberjack, Snowball, and RG. I know Clown does like using RG. Yeah, there we go. I mean, okay, there we go. Asaf's running drill. I mean, what did Clown use? Clown used Mortar. So like that, I mean, Mortar is a good counter to drill, but you know, but I think Clown might, no, he should win this because he has the Lightning. The Lightning is huge against whatever building Asaf has. Although Asaf does have the Mighty Miner, so gotta be wary of that, right? Because, you know, the 3-card cycle from the Mighty Miner. He goes for Fireball here. Oh, so he has, oh, never mind. He has Skeleton Zerker. Oh, this is really good for Asaf then. You know, with the Zerker is just completely underrated. Berserker went from a bottom 5 card to a top 5 card in the game, to be honest. You have the Mighty Miner for the 3-card cycle. My only worry is that Clown will get a really good lightning off, and then that can be damaging single. But Asaf can outcycle him, so obviously he does go Furnace on the far left corner just to avoid the lightning. You guys see that Clown is holding on to his lightning, but he can't lightning. He can either lightning the tower and the Furnace, or he can lightning the tower and the Tesla, right? He can't lightning both. So in some, Clown might go for a RG, so he does. Asaf's pretty low on elixir. Look at the evil Furnace, man. He does go, or does the Furnace? He does go for the unlock or the Mighty Miner, so that will be one RG shot. Honestly, maybe not that good of a matchup for Asaf, just because his cycle is pretty awkward. He has no spirit for his RG. But again, Clown does run RG quite frequently, so wouldn't put it against him if either one of them won, right? So looks like Clown does have his Evo Furnace back in his cycle. Asaf does go for Furnace of his own in the opposite lane. Kind of better go opposite lane in this matchup. You never want to go same lane into RG, right? Because you're always going to be feeding them a counter push. Like, even if Drill gets damaged, you don't want to go same lane because you're just going to be feeding them a free counter push every single time. Asaf does choose a little bit to be a bit aggressive here. Let's go for the Fireball. Really nice Fireball, but that Furnace does just walk straight into him. It just goes straight into his Ghost anyway, so let's go for the log here as well. And so Clown does go. He does go. He does go RG into the left side. So looks like Asaf will go for the draw on defense. Wow. Oh, yeah, cause this will force out a lightning on his Clown's end, right? But going for a lightning, he isn't able to kill his Evo Tesla now. And look at that Mighty Miner, dude, putting the small work as well. Look at that Mighty Miner, man. Wow, a 1 HP Mighty Miner. He's probably the ability, not the best ability, but you know, it's all good. So Evo Tesla should put in the work here, should kill this Furnace. It doesn't. Ooh, wow. But yeah, Clown is playing this game very well, so he does go for a Fireball on top of the RG. Oh, I was on top of the RG for a second. Okay, just for the log here as well. I mean, Clown might go for another RG here. This is the draw on defense. If I was Clown, I would say up for a lightning. Wait, Clown is stacking too much. Wait, look at the right side. Look at the right side. Look at the right side. Oh no, it's over. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at the right side for what, dude? Yeah, this is just too good of a matchup for RG. I thought at first it would be good for Drill, but having no Spirit is like terrible. No guards either. And you know, Clown had the log and Spirit too. So based on what Asaf burned, he might go Lumberjack. I don't know what deck Lumberjack would have though. Giant probably. Oh yeah, okay. So Clown has the. Oh, this deck, dude. It's just crazy because every time Giant has had like one of those decks become meta, it's always due to a game-breaking card. Like first it was Evo Lumberjack, and then it was Prince, and then now it's freaking Spirit Empress, dude. But not really much you can do there. So let's see, Asaf is running. Bro, why am I not having perspective of Asaf, dude? I'm kind of confused on that, but yeah, Asaf is running just like that classic Silly Barrel deck that you guys saw last season. And Sung is running, of course, Lumberjack Prince. I'm pretty sure this deck had goblins in it, but I guess he put the Lumberjack in. Yeah, this deck is such no-skill, dude. I mean, I would say if Asaf had a Cannoneer, this would be a fat matchup for Mortar. But again, he can't really kill the Spirit Empress. Clown's a very good player, so you know, overall, I wouldn't really know to say like whose matchup this is. I would say, kind of hard to say. Maybe more it's like a 50-50, just because Clown has so many responses to the Goblin Gang and stuff. But maybe it's like slightly for Mortar, just because you know, Clown can't kill his Ice Wiz, he can't kill his Cannon Cart. But again, it depends on like how aggressive Giant wants to be in a single elixir, right? If Giant gets like too handsy in single elixir, Mortar can punish very badly. But same thing with Mortar, right? If Mortar like overcommits, yeah, if Mortar overcommits, then it's basically over, right? So I think that Mortar will get another shot. Okay, it's not. But yeah, I do apologize if my commentary isn't the best, you know. I feel like no one really does these type of videos, and I feel like I play enough top ladder and like talk to enough, or I spectate enough top ladder and like competitively kind of know like what I'm talking about. I mean, who knows, man? Maybe I become an analyst one day, or no, a commentator one day. I don't think so though. My voice is just maybe it's because I streamed for 4 hours today, so like my voice doesn't really feel like as smooth as it should be. But you know, Clown doesn't go for the Spirit Empress. You guys can see it, right? This Giant deck is just so toxic, but I swear, at least 50% of the reason why this Giant deck is so toxic is because of Spirit Empress. Because you guys can see, right? Clown can't kill his Ice Wiz, can't kill his Cannon Card, can't kill his Skelly King. But the problem with this is that, like, Asaf can't kill any of his troops either, right? So you need this huge push coming down. Those are the Ice Wiz. Clown has to go for an Evil Zapper, and then Asaf goes to go for the Skelly King. I don't know if he's gonna defend this actually. Does he go for the arrows? Look at that Ice Wiz slow, man. Then he can just go for oh yeah, she does eat that. Wow. I'm pretty sure that mortar will get a shot here as well on that Skelly Barrel, so he has to go for a lot or go for a Zapper as well. But you guys can see, right? They both went in with Clown had a mortar and a mortar, or no, Clown had a lumberjack, evil lumberjack, and a giant down. Asaf had a skeleton barrel, but they both, they both still defended. Like this is the difference between, you guys ask like what is the difference between a top ladder player and like a top 10k ladder player? This is the difference, man. Both of them went in, but I don't know if they knew they could defend it, but they still defended regardless. But Asaf will like slow chip away, right? Because with his deck is that his win con is not only evil mortar, but it's also skeleton barrel. So you say like Asaf has 2 win cons, but Clown's only way of damage is the giant, right? The giant Spirit Empress. But again, yeah, like Clown can't really stop an evil skeleton barrel, even if he evil zaps, right? He does evil zap, but that one will still break through, and then I think that'll be game. I think arrows does not do enough here. But again, you guys can say like it's matchup based, but I mean Asaf, I don't know, it's just weird, right? Because they're both really great players, but sometimes it's just like it's basically like rock, paper, scissors, man. I heard that Riley went 5-4 in CRL, so that was unfortunate, but you can't really control that, right? It's just how the game goes, unfortunately. But I'm sure Riley will bounce back next month anyway. So, but that's another win by Asaf. I'm kind of losing my voice here, so sorry if I lack my commentary. I'm gonna try to work on it. But yeah, I mean obviously this is the game for. Keep in mind, guys, in this game, they're both 8-0, by the way, and I don't know why we're watching from Pedro's side. Like I love Pedro, but I'm trying to see Asaf's side, trying to analyze it, but I don't know. We'll see what Asaf does pick. Pedro's the furnace, the wizard. So like, I assume it's either I think it's giant, hog, mortar, and then miner maybe. So it looks like Asaf is using Skelly King poison. So more so an interesting version of this, I would say. Asaf does go for the spears. He is okay. So based on what his deck is, I assume Asaf was probably expecting drill of some sort. I assume so. That's why with the cannon and the Skelly King. He's running an interesting version though. I mean, spirits got on nerfed, so they're not as like relevant anymore. Pedro's running his classic RG deck. It's crazy because like you can't consider like Pedro's just good at every deck at this point. He does go for the bar barrel, but look at both wall breakers. Yeah, it's just crazy, right? So Asaf spammed while knowing that Pedro just uses Evil Wizard, so he actually does go for the log here as well. Ooh, I think Pedro was expecting him to go for like a. I think Pedro thought he had way less elixir than he had, but Pedro has to answer this Skelly King, right? Because let's say he ignored it, yeah, there's possibility, and then Asaf would just go cannon and miner here last second. So I think right now they're both even on elixir. Yeah, those wall breakers are just. If there's one thing that when you guys face minor wall breaker players, like low key, they're a good player when their wall breakers bypass any of your small spells. I know that's kind of like a dumb thing to say, but I think with this matchup, I think with the amount of pressure that Asaf will put up, I don't think Pedro will ever have like he'll never have enough elixir to build up a huge push, right? And like I feel like that's the thing with good minor players. Like look, he's already back to evil wall breakers, and I guarantee he's gonna play it right now probably, just to apply pressure. And yep, look at that, he does. See, that's the thing with minor wall breaker players. They can be so uber aggressive, and you guys might be thinking, oh Nate, this guy's just spamming the bridge, like how's the skill? Well, it's Pedro, right? And you have to realize that if Asaf lets Pedro build up such a huge push, then he's just gonna lose a game. So by being like uber, you guys see, double elixir just hit, but Pedro has not been able to go for one single RG, right? And that's what a good minor player will do. Asaf will, yeah, he'll just spam the bridge here again. I think Pedro may be forced to fireball this. So I think at this point, Asaf may just have for defense here because his hand isn't really too good. He goes with an early cannon, right? I mean, he's a huge push here. Yep, minor them, bro. Okay, I'm not trying to self-glaze here, but dude, look at this gameplay, man. And people don't call Asaf one of the best minor players in the game. Look, flawless, bro, beautiful game. Like, I know I'm full glazing this, and Pedro's a great player as well. I'm pretty sure Pedro made it to the top 32, so good luck to him. But you guys see, right? Good minor wall breaker players will always spam you to death. And you know, again, you can call it no scope, but look, he's going for the minor wall breakers here again. He's applying so much pressure to Pedro that Pedro is not able to go in, right? He does get the wizard damage on the right side, but look how much pressure he's applying. And Pedro's gonna go for the probably push again, but I think Asaf may just go for cannon in the middle or Skeleton to block. Okay, actually he doesn't. Okay, he's gonna be kind of troublesome here. He has to go for he has to wait for a cannon here. Yeah, that's a free fireball by Pedro here. He goes for the evil bats, or no bats here. And then here's for the minor wall breakers. Wait, I'm so confused here. What did he just do? Wait. Oh, okay, the game's already over, but what I think he did is that he knew Pedro would go for a fireball and an E-Spirit to predict his bats, but I think he saw that he had evil wall breakers in his hand, so he just went in and then that should be, that'd be game one done. It's just crazy though, like, that entire time he was applying pressure, so Pedro was not able to go in. Like, that's like the peak of like minor wall breaker play style, right? Like, I would love to be at that level one day, but thankfully I'm in a GOAT category of my own when it comes to minor rocket. But I mean, there's like a clear difference. Like, if you guys watch Asaf and then you watch Mo play minor wall breakers, they play it two different ways, dude. One's uber aggressive, like the most aggressive player you'll ever see in your life, and one's just passive aggressive, just knows everything. So Pedro does go for the drill here. I mean, drill's kind of obvious, right? Because like I think Asaf's or Pedro's analyst does know that Asaf does love to use Skeleton King, so Skeleton King is probably one of the best counters to yeah, Skeleton King is one of the best counters to drill. Even if you have evil snowball, right? You know, you still have like other counter, like he had the log anyway, so and the wall breakers to kill a drill. So Asaf is using the rainbow deck, and Asaf is using the hypno deck or a version of it. So I assume this drill's in the front, right? Yeah, drill the front. He actually does burn a snowball, so he's not able to go in. Asaf will let that connect. I think it's probably better because you definitely don't want to use like your dark orb or anything, so kind of eat damage to get damage. Princess the bridge, man. He's using the bomb tower variation. I mean, I guess it's good to use bomb tower, right? Because Pedro did burn his monk, so bomb tower will get so much value here, and then you can play Golem Gang on the left side. Pedro does go for a snowball here, but I'll say it's gonna be kind of hard for Pedro to win this, just because he cannot kill his Dark Orb, he cannot kill his Princess, but at the same time, Asaf can't really kill his freaking cannon cart or like evil furnace either. So Asaf will have to eat that though. I mean, he did do a lot of damage on the left side, so you know, I guess eat damage to get damage, right? Well, yeah, this was the game for like whoever won this would have went undefeated, so obviously Asaf went undefeated. But let's see if Pedro does drag this to a game one or not. Again, it's kind of hard to say like in competitive whether things are like, you know, again, rock paper scissors, but you know, that's how the meta is. You gotta adapt, man. But you see that Pedro's holding on to both his evos. Does he go in here? I'm not really too sure. Asaf is back to his evo Valk here as well. I think we'll go evo Valk now and then probably go for the evo snowball. Ooh, really? Okay, really nice evil snowball, but okay, really nice evil snowball, but Asaf does go for a lot of pressure here as well. Yeah, look at that Dark Orb got a nerf, but it's still so good. And look at that bush here as well, and that Dark Orb got a hit too. Yeah, this is just a really bad matchup for Pedro, because even though the evil furnace is very broken, it's not broken in this matchup, right? Because again, Asaf has the Princess to hit it, he has a Dark Orb to hit it, so you know, not really much you can do here. So let's see. Let's give it a drill here. I'm Pedro's trying to do like as much as he can, but he's just not able to break through. Like, he's not gonna break through a freaking bomb tower even. It's just impossible. And you guys see like the evo furnace is broken in a lot of scenarios, but not in this scenario, man. It's just too good. It's just too bad, I feel like. Asaf does go the opposite lane because look, Asaf or Pedro's trying to stack into the left side, but Asaf knowing this, he wants to force out a snowball. So if Pedro wants to go Joe now, it's an easy counter, right? Just because of everything that Asaf forced out. And you may go Evo Valk the middle here. Yeah, Evo Valk the middle to drag everything over. Yeah, this matchup sucks for Pedro. I mean, Evo Valk, Fire Spirit for the drill. Not really much you can do here. This is really Ghost here, but the wall break, or yeah, the bear just does too much damage, man. I mean, it's a really solid pick by Asaf. I don't know, I didn't ask him if he was self-analyzing or had someone help him, but these are really solid picks here. The GK does dash on the right side, but I think at this point, Asaf just has the perfect hand to defend, or just to be offensive, right? And like Pedro doesn't want to use, he wants to save his evil snowball, because if he burns it now, right, there's no way he's gonna be able to get back to another one. So you know, it's just that, right? So Pedro doesn't have a huge push incoming, but just the Valk the middle, and then just apply pressure on the right side, and then do Fire Spirit, right? Ooh, Fire Spirit! Oh no, the Valk turned back. I didn't see. But you guys can see it, right? He's gonna have a huge counter push incoming. And I don't think if Pedro can stop this. He's looking at the Evo Valk, by the way. He does stop it. Oh, he does, but look at that Valk, man. The Evo Valk putting so much work. I think he has one more push left in him. The Golden Knight. But if he just go wait a little bit, he goes to the barrel to supply pressure. Perfectly timed Fire Spirit, and the game is chopped, dude. Unless, no, yep, Butch took it, and that's a clean sweep by Asaf. Okay, I'm running out of breath, to be honest. I'm running out of breath, man. I can't. My voice is going hoarse. Actually, it's been 41 minutes. But yeah, I don't know. I can't. Like, I'm like really tired. Maybe I shouldn't have recorded this, but you know, we ball. Let me know what you guys think of my commentary. But this is the thing with competitive, right? You guys have to understand, right? People can practice for so long, but you guys saw like some of these matchups are like you can snipe someone who got lucky matchups. Not saying like example would just be EGW, right? He just refuses to play beatdown or cycle. That's why he's just so easily snipeable. But in matchups like against Eigor and Pedro, even you just kind of like go with your comfort, because Asaf's comfort is minor. But you guys saw in that RG game, he applied so much pressure that Pedro was not able to go in. But Pedro is a great player on his own as well. Like Pedro's definitely a top 5 player in the game right now too. But yeah, I just want to show you guys. I mean, you can't really call 9-0 lucky in CRL, dude. Like, he went undefeated, bro. Undefeated. Like, I'm not saying he didn't drop a game, but he still went undefeated. So, you know, that's a feature that, like, it should be on your resume. Like, you went 9-0 in CRL, dude. Even though Spirit Empress was so relevant, you know, it's still that. But yeah, you know, besides 9-0, I did go 6-3 in CRL, so I'll take that. I know this is the last month, but like I said, I'm kind of more focused on, like, you know, grinding videos out so I can get a code. Man, a code Baby Nate would finally pay my rent, dude. A code Baby Nate. Wait, I wonder if you can fix if you can fit it. Bro, you can literally fit Baby Nate. Yeah, they can fit the name, man. Oh, Baby Nate would be legendary, but that's enough yapping for me. That's enough yapping for me. But do make sure you guys. Okay, make sure you guys do support one. I'm gonna support Carl the Legend because Carl's the GOAT of lava. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these type of videos. I gotta get pushing, bro, because based on this meta, I think Minor Rock is still good in my opinion, even with a minor nerf. But we'll try it out as soon as I get out of into Path of Legends. But yeah, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe, and yeah, this video's been too long. I'm losing my voice. But yeah, it's been Nate's. And hope you guys have a good one. And peace out. It's been Baby Nate, and I'll catch you guys later.